There's a number the Social Security Administration doesn't put on a billboard. It's $5,181 a month. That's the biggest Social Security check any American can collect in 2026. Over $62,000 a year. Guaranteed for life, with a raise built in every year. Now here's the part nobody tells you. Almost no one actually gets it. And the reason why is exactly what you need to understand. Because once you know how that maximum is built, you can take real, specific steps to push your own check as high as it can possibly go, even if you're already retired. Stick with me, because near the end, I'll show you the one free tool that tells you your exact number, and the single most common mistake that quietly shrinks people's checks for the rest of their lives. Let's start with that headline number. In 2026, the maximum Social Security retirement benefit is $5,181 per month, and that goes to someone who waited until age 70 to claim. Compare that to the other claiming ages. If you claim at your full retirement age, which is 67 for most people watching, the maximum is $4,152 a month. And if you claim at 62, the earliest you can, the maximum drops to $2,969 a month. So just by looking at those three numbers, you already see something powerful. The exact same person with the exact same work history can collect over $2,000 more per month simply based on the age they start. Same career, same taxes paid, wildly different check. But here's the catch on that top number. To get the full $5,181, you don't just need to wait until 70. You also need to have earned a very high income, the maximum taxable amount, for 35 years. And I mean high. We'll get into exactly how high in a moment, but the short version is only about 6% of workers ever earn that much. So if you're not in that 6%, does this video still matter to you? Absolutely, more than ever. Because the same three levers that build that maximum check are the exact levers that control your check. And most of them you can still pull. How your check is actually calculated. To take control of your benefit, you have to understand how Social Security decides your number in the first place. Because it's not random, and it's not based on your last paycheck. It's a formula. And once you see it, everything else makes sense. Here's how it works. Social Security looks at your entire working life and picks your 35 highest earning years. It adjusts each of those years for inflation, so a good salary from 1990 still counts fairly today. Then it averages those 35 years together to get your baseline benefit. Now, write this next part down, because it's the piece that trips people up. It's 35 years. Not your best 5, not your best 10. 35. So what happens if you only work 30 years? Then Social Security doesn't just average your 30 years. It fills in the 5 missing years with zeros. And those zeros drag your average way down. 5 years of zeros can cost you hundreds of dollars a month, every month, for the rest of your life. This is why two people who earn similar salaries can end up with very different checks. The one who worked a full 35 years gets the full picture. The one who took years off, or retired early, has gaps that pull the average down. Hold on to that idea, because it leads directly to one of the most useful things you can do to raise your own benefit. I'll come back to it. The income requirement why $5,181 is so rare. Now let's talk about that income piece. The reason the maximum is so hard to reach. Every year, Social Security sets a cap on how much of your income is taxed for the program. In 2026, that cap is $184,500. Any dollar you earn above that isn't taxed for Social Security, and it doesn't count toward your benefit either. It's a ceiling in both directions. So to be on track for the maximum $5,181, you'd need to earn at or above that cap, $184,500 in today's terms, for a full 35 years. That's why only around 6% of workers even qualify. It's not a trick and it's not a secret club, it's just a very high bar that most working people never hit, and that's completely normal. I want to be honest with you here, because this is a finance channel and trust matters more than hype. For most people watching, the $5,181 number is a fantasy, not a plan. And that's okay. The average retiree in 2026 collects about $2,076 a month, and millions of people build a comfortable retirement around a number like that. So let's stop chasing the ceiling and start talking about how to lift your floor, because that's where the real money is for regular people. And the biggest lever of all is the one we look at next. Claiming age, the single biggest lever. If you remember only one thing from this entire video, make it this: when you claim matters enormously. It may be the single biggest financial decision of your retirement. Here's why. Your full retirement age, or FRA, is 67 if you were born in 1960 or later. At that age, you get 100% of your calculated benefit. Claim earlier, and it shrinks permanently. Claim at 62, the earliest possible, and your check is cut by about 30% for the rest of your life. Not for a few years, forever. But here's the flip side, and it's the good news. If you wait past your full retirement age, your benefit grows. For every year you delay between 67 and 70, Social Security adds roughly 8% per year. Wait all the way to 70, and you've boosted your check by about 24% over your FRA amount. And that's locked in for life. Plus, it keeps getting the annual cost of living raise on top. Let me put that in real numbers. Say your full benefit at 67 would be $2,000 a month. Claim at 62, and it drops to roughly $1,400. Wait until 70, and it climbs to about $2,480. That's over $1,000 a month difference from the very same work record, based purely on timing. Now, I want to be fair, because waiting isn't right for everyone. There are real reasons to claim early. If you have serious health issues and don't expect a long retirement, claiming early can make sense. You get more checks, even if each one is smaller. If you genuinely need the income now and have no other option, take it. A smaller check beats going into debt. And sometimes, in a married couple, it makes sense for one spouse to claim early while the other delays. But for a healthy person with some flexibility, delaying even 2 or 3 years past 62 can mean tens of thousands of extra dollars over your lifetime. This one decision deserves more thought than almost any other. Practical moves to raise your check. So let's get practical. Here are concrete moves that can raise your own benefit, starting today. Move 1. Work at least 35 years and replace your zeros. Remember those zeros that drag down your average? If you worked only 30 years, even a few more years of work can erase those zeros and replace them with real earnings. And here's a bonus most people don't know. If you keep working and a new year earns more than one of your old low years, it bumps out the old one. Your benefit can keep growing even after you've claimed. Move 2. Check your earnings record for mistakes. Social Security builds your benefit on the earnings your employers reported. If an employer underreported or a year is missing, you could be losing money you earned. Log into your account and check every year against your own records. This is free and it catches errors before they cost you. Move 3. Coordinate as a couple. If you're married, your two claiming decisions affect each other, including survivor benefits, where the higher earner's check is what the surviving spouse keeps. Often the smartest move is for the higher earner to delay as long as possible, locking in the biggest possible check to protect whichever spouse lives longer. Move 4. Mind the earnings limit if you claim early and keep working. In 2026, if you claim before full retirement age and keep working, earning above $24,480 temporarily reduces your benefit. The good news, it's not lost forever, you get it back later. But it's something to plan around so you're not caught off guard. The free tool plus the number one mistake. Now, the tool I promised. Everything we've talked about. Your 35 years, your projected check at 62, 67, and 70. You don't have to guess at any of it. The Social Security Administration gives you your exact numbers for free. Go to SSA.gov and create your My Social Security account. Once you're in, you can see your complete earnings history. Check it for those errors we talked about, and you'll see your personal estimated benefit at every claiming age. This is the single most useful thing you can do after watching this video. It turns all of this from theory into your actual personal plan. And the number one mistake I promised at the start? It's claiming at 62 out of fear, grabbing the money as early as possible because of worry that Social Security won't be there. You've probably heard that the trust fund faces a shortfall in the coming years. That's a real issue Congress is debating. But here's the calm truth. Even in the worst case, money keeps flowing into Social Security from current workers' payroll taxes, so the program doesn't just vanish. Panic claiming at 62 locks in that permanent 30% cut for a fear that doesn't match the facts. Make this decision on your numbers and your health, not on a scary headline. Let's bring it all together. The maximum check in 2026 is $5,181 a month, but it takes 35 years of very high earnings and waiting until 70, so only about 6% of people reach it. For the rest of us, the levers that matter are the same ones. Work your 35 years and replace your zeros. Check your earnings, record for errors, claim at the right age for your situation, and coordinate with your spouse. And the biggest lever of all is when you claim. 62 versus 67 versus 70 can mean over $1,000 a month for life. Do one thing today, go to SSA.gov, log in, and look at your real numbers. Everything gets easier once you see them. One honest note before you go. This video is for general education. It's not personal financial, tax, or legal advice. Everyone's situation is different. The rules and figures change every year, and it's worth confirming your own numbers with SSA directly or a trusted advisor before you make a claiming decision. If this helped you understand your Social Security a little better, do me a favor. Hit like, it genuinely helps the channel reach more people your age who need this. And subscribe, because next time I'm breaking down the Medicare mistakes that quietly cost retirees thousands. Take care of yourself, take care of your money, and I'll see you in the next one.